block of Sewcialites 3. Woohoo! I've really enjoyed doing this, and I've loved doing the weekly videos with all of you. I've really enjoyed making the blocks, but I am really excited to be finished and to be able to enjoy all of our hard work. So today we're making another star block that's going to be a little bit difficult. So last week I made a couple of mistakes, but I fixed them, and that's just kind of the way that it works. So today, let me show you. So here is my wild honey quilt. So the Fat Quarter Shop will be showing it on her live stream also, but I wanted to show it. Woo, it's so pretty. So this is the block that we're making. And I did hand binding on mine, and I also did a flange on mine. So if you're interested in doing that, you can check out some of my previous videos. I have a video on my technique for doing the flange. And then I quilted it on my long arm. I did a grid. So it's called Double Grid, and it's designed by my friend Julie Hurt. She designs the best pantographs. They stitch out so great. So there's the back. There's the back. Yay! So this has been so much fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and start on our last block. I want to remind you that next week for the finishing, I'm not going to be here. Next week is my birthday. I'm turning 50, and I'm going to be on the beach, and I'm not going to be doing a video. But the following week, on August 28th, I'm going to be doing a video showing how I'm going to turn all of these Sunday Brunch blocks that we've made here on camera together into a cute little bag. So make sure you come back and check that out with me. And now let's go ahead and get sewing. Okay, so this is the block that we're making right here. This is the block that we made last week that I made the mistakes on, but I fixed them. And then we made this one the week before, and this one the week before. I think this one's my second favorite along with the strawberry. What do you think? All right, so on this block, it is designed by Jessica Dayon, and she's a friend of mine. She's very talented, and I love to watch her YouTube channel. So for the cutting, I did everything traditional. I did not use the papers at all. So I just did the traditional cutting, no papers. And then we are gonna go ahead and jump in to the first step. And that is our B's and our F's. And we are going to make 8 of these. Oh, I see. Okay, so we're going to sew a line on the center of these 4 blocks. I'm just using a regular pen. We're going to make a line from one corner to the other corner, and then we are going to stitch a scant 1/4 of an inch on either side of the line. Oops, I wiggled. So I picked out yellow, and we're going to sew on either side of the line. And then I just do one side of all 4 of them. After I do the right side, then I flip it over. I leave them attached, and I just rotate and do the other side. Then, if they're all still attached like that, what I usually do is strategically hold my ruler on each line, and then I just trim right on the line, and then I separate the pieces, and then I finger press them, and then press them with the iron. So we're going to fold them over to the yellow. So let's go do all the pressing. Alrighty, so we are going to want these to be 1 by 1. So we are going to go ahead and trim them all down. And if you have the little rotating spinning mat, those are really nice for when you're doing a lot of trimming. I have one. Whoops, done it twice now. I have one under the cabinet, but I think I don't have enough room for that on the counter. Okay, so let's keep trimming these and then we'll start on our next part. All right, so we have those now finished. So now what we need to do is get a D, and then one of these, and then another one of these, so the points are touching, and then a G. So we're gonna make 4 of those. So we're gonna do that. All right, y'all, now help me not spin them the wrong direction. Last week I made these and then I sewed the pieces together and then I sewed them wrong. I am a goofball like that. Let's go ahead and sew them. You know what, I think instead of sewing them in a line, let's just try to sew them each block one at a time. Then I'm going to open it, and they are pressing towards the D and towards the G. And then we're going to nest and stitch. Then we have that cutie. All right, I'm going to press it open. Okay, there's that little cutie. Now let's go ahead and finish the other ones. Okay, so we now have our little, they look like little ears. They're so cute, little kitties. Okay, so we got those done. Now we need to work on our flying geese. So we want our H's and our E's. So I've talked about in previous videos making the line either on the longer piece or the square. In this one I am going to just not draw any lines and make my own here. Living on the edge. It's the last day. Okay, so we're gonna separate those pieces and trim them. Then we're gonna press them and add the other side. And I do always finger press them to make sure that I didn't do crazy things. All right, now we are ready to do the other side of our flying geese. So now we're gonna put our E on the right side. Oh, I think I cut one extra. And then we're gonna sew this way. All right, separate, trim, and then press. So last week I talked about this. I didn't really check my flying geese. I just started sewing with them and I didn't really trim them or check them and make sure that I trimmed down some of the, sometimes they can get little pointy ends in places that we don't really want pointy ends. Oh, see, like that one's got a little bit of a... Okay, so I think they're okay now. So now we're going to sew, so we made 4 of those. Now we're going to sew a C onto the bottom of them. So opposite of the point. Okay, so we're going to sew it onto the bottom part, the colored part. We're going to press them towards the point. So they're going to go up towards the point. All right, so now we have those 4 cute little guys. And now it's time to make our square and a square for the center. So this is the part where you can use the square and the square paper. I'm just not gonna. I am probably gonna draw the line on them though. All right, so now we're gonna do 2 opposite corners. We're gonna sew, I'm gonna sew just on the inside of the line I just created. And I'm gonna flip it and fold that side over and add another piece to the opposite corner. And then I'm gonna check them and then trim them and then press them. Now we're gonna sew the other 2 corners. Make sure your point's not in the way of the other one. All right. Now we'll trim this off again and go press. I am going to trim mine down just a smidge because I have a little piece right there and another little piece right there, and otherwise it looks good. Now, okay, so now let's see, it's time to put this dude together. So we've got those 2 on either side, and then we have this one here. Now I'm gonna try real hard to make sure my points stayed the right direction, unlike last week. Well, then these little dudes go in all 4 corners. I'm gonna sew these middle ones. And then we're gonna press these towards the outside. Now let's sew our corners on. And we do want to make sure that that seam in the middle matches. So these are supposed to be pressed inward. So those are some pretty bulky seams pressed inward. So if you choose to press them open, that would probably also work. So I just pulled that one out. I'm noticing that my 1/4 inch on the right side of this little pink one is way bigger than it needs to be. So when what happens then if you sew another one to it and you sew it at 1/4 inch, then you have a big section that's not reaching where it needs to reach, and then that'll mess up the math for all the block. So I pulled that out. And then I restitched it, and now I'm closer to the point of the pink right there where we want to be. Okay, so I am going to take this part right here and trim it down just a little bit. We're going to trim it afterwards, but I just want to make sure that it's how I want it, because I do have a little part right here that's sticking out a little bit, and I don't want to have to sew it with that flare because it'll make my block kind of flare. So now I'm going to sew these pieces together. I'm going to make sure my points are all going out, and my point is going out here, so let's hope I can do it. All right, so let's go ahead and pin our intersections. All right, now let's sew our rows together. Oh my goodness, these are feeling very tiny today. Okay, let's go press. Now let's make sure our points are all going the way we want them to. Pin them where we want. Try to nest our seams. This side is nesting a little bit better than the other side. My other side did not nest perfectly. Okay, let's go press it. Okay, so we're gonna trim it. Okay, y'all, we finished. We did all 25 blocks for Sewcialites 3, and I had so much fun. I've gotten to know a lot of you, and I really appreciate all of you joining my YouTube channel. It has grown a lot, and I very, very much appreciate it. These little blocks are so cute. I don't know. I had never really made a 3-inch blocks before these 3-inch blocks, and I did have a lot of fun. I learned a lot about my own self, that I tend to turn things, and I also gave myself a little bit more grace than I normally do. When I make bigger blocks, I'm really a big perfectionist. I don't like to have a lot of mistakes or any mistakes. And so I did allow myself to just have fun with these and not make them exact, because when they're this tiny, it's just really, really hard for them to be totally perfect. And so I did just say, you know what, just allow yourself to be okay with it being handmade and not just exactly perfect. So I encourage you to do the same thing if you're making these little tiny 3-inch blocks. Give yourself some grace and just enjoy yourself, have fun, turn on some TV, watch me on YouTube, and just have fun. So I also want to remind you that I made a couple of bonus videos where we made this little zipper bag. It was quilt as you go, and we used 3 of the blocks that we had previously made. And then we also did a bonus video where we do a tutorial learning how to make pin cushions. So those are great with the holidays coming up in the next few months. Lots of gift giving if you're in a guild or those sort of things. And then next week is the final week. Fat Quarter Shop will be releasing the setting blocks. Those are the blocks in between each one of the blocks. They'll be releasing that, and then you'll have time to work on getting all of yours done. But if you're going to make a bag with me, then I would encourage you to come back and join me on August 28th, where we are going to put all these blocks together and make a cute little bag. Next week is my birthday, so I won't be here, but I loved hanging out with you, and I would love for you to subscribe and come back and hang out with me. Thanks a lot for watching.